Is this RC car the best Christmas gift out there? Well, in this video, we're gonna find that out right now. Let's start with the wheels. The wheels are very grippy and they're not too soft, but they're not too hard either. They're enough to just climb over some rocks and everything. And then at the back, it's got the exact same wheels, obviously. They got enough grip to do some cool things, do some cool vertical climbs. Not fully vertical, but you know, diagonal vertical. And with these grippy wheels, you get a four-wheel drive car. So four-wheel drive cars, normally four-wheel drive cars cost a little bit, like a lot. So this one here is only $30. So for a $30 RC car, that's pretty good when you get another spare wheel on the top as well. And so the turning system up here doesn't have a servo, it's just a normal DC motor. So you're just turning. Up here, it's got its own separate motor. Because it's $30, it doesn't have differentials, but it's got two motors here and here, and one for the steering. Alright, moving on to the suspension. The suspension can hold quite a bit, but it's not too stiff. So if I put my phone on here, it doesn't sink, it just stays there. But if we add a 1.5 kilo weight, it does, but it can still drive with a 1.5 kilo weight on there. So if you want to tow a trailer or put some weight on the top here, it definitely has enough power and it won't break with 1.5 kilos, but I wouldn't recommend putting anything higher than 1.5 kilos on there. Now to prove, we're going to push this suspension up as far as we can while the other wheel is still on the ground. So I can fit 4 of my fingers underneath the wheel, which means that's pretty good suspension to climb over some good rocks and get some good fun out of the RC car. Alright, moving on to our remote, you need 2 AA batteries. A AA battery is 1.5 volts, so you need a 3 volts to power this thing. 2 AA batteries I recommend, don't do any modifications. So we have the 2 AA batteries right here. They go in like that, and then we just plug that in right there. I can just grab my drill. Yep, there we go, and it's all ready to go. You turn it on, and it has this cool feature here, just blinking, and then when you know you're connected, it'll have just a permanent light, and then when you turn it off, it'll go off. So we've talked about some pretty cool things so far, but like in the last video, is there a downside? Well, yes there is. The sound of the steering. That would get pretty annoying if your kid is driving it all day, every day. So you could just tell them to go outside because it's a four-wheel drive RC car. But they could fix that, that's what I think. At least tell me in the comments what you think. Anyway, we're gonna move on to a test drive. So, let's get started. After all of these tests, what do you guys think of the RC car? It's remote, it's actual car. What do you guys think of it? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 in the comments.